and then Tambe Shabji do Jimam never long go up to go some good version, but sounds as he just was you want to settle some on the army by Jesus on the also. Pandento si someone requires of the Lama Karma, Chinguru Kunji Jun, and Sishi Vajuri, Damna Jurma, Tene Kunji Chebo, Wanjo Chechon President Jamdela, Nanjo Seji, Kubendu, Dame, Tuji, John, Yende Sangye Gunan Yang, Kati Sangye Lejang, Having Savel, Shala Chazan, Dawson, Drove, Lona, Chela, Dong. Good evening, Dharma brothers and sisters, and a very warm welcome to our this evening Dharma discussion. And don't think that I'm a good speaker English speaker, because my English is very poor. And firstly, I didn't study English at all. And secondly, I have never given speech in English. Thirdly, I'm not so keen with the English. I'm sorry about to say that. Anyway, so reluctantly, I have chosen this opportunity to share some my experience of the Buddha Dharma. Now, teachings of a Buddha based on Hinayana tradition, Mahayana tradition, and Vajrayana tradition. These three are the crucial way of delivering the message of a Buddha to all followers and the practitioners. And this evening, I thought maybe it's good if we meditate sometimes, let's say 3 minutes or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because of a view, meditation, and the conduct, I'm sure most of you are very familiar, because nowadays that you can download from the Facebook or YouTube, and so I believe there's no problem at all. But meditation is most important for us, because the Dharma in Sanskrit, in Tibetan, is called Chö, Chanmaru Chö Sa Chö. And in Lineage, I think you call doctrine, which means the given teachings from Buddha about his experience. And experience of the meditation. Meditation is a sense of like training of our mind, because the powerful underlying ignorance and negative habitual tendencies are so powerful. And we engaged in Buddha Dharma. Let's say we say prayers and we recite prayers and we tend to meditate. But it's so difficult to work with our negative emotions. From day to day life, we ended up in the temple, do prostration, light up lamps, burn the incenses, kneel down in front of gigantic images of a Buddha, and we chant prayers. But we never examine our motivation. And the motivation is very much based on very much in this life. Something said that, may I gain my reputation, may I gain a good business, and may I have a great success in my business, so on and so forth. We never pray saying that, may I be able to calm this mind. May I be able to pacify these wildest thoughts and emotion, which causes all the rest of the problems in life. So, for this purpose, we do study, we do contemplation, and we do meditation. Among these three, the most important practice is the meditation. What does meditation mean? Meditation means we apply the teachings within. If you are lack of meditate, or if you do have lack of meditation, then there is a big gap between myself and the Dharma. Dharma is always somewhere else. Let's say we consider Dharma is something like a temple, Dharma is something like a blessing, or Dharma is something like a powerful, like a potential from the images of the Buddha, images of the Guru Rinpoche, images of the Avalokiteshvara. And we believe if we do prostration, supplicate towards them, then we easily think they will protect us and they will give us blessings. No, that's a totally wrong idea. And this is a totally wrong belief. What Buddha has taught us is that calm your mind. You are your own master, and you are your own enemy. Nobody else somewhere so-called enemy or friends or spiritual friend or spiritual master. Spiritual masters, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, they can't help us directly. Never happened such in the past, in the history, or in the practice, and there never will be in the future such thing. So only way that we can help ourselves is through the application of Buddha Dharma within. Bring them into the practice. Bring them into our life. Make myself or make ourselves better and better through the practice. Calming mind, training our mind, recognition of our own faults and the short, the comings, and there are all kinds of negativities in our daily life, but the problem with us is never recognize them. Because of these powerful habitual tendencies, we are totally controlled by negative emotions, so-called the obscurations of like anger, jealousy, desire, aggression, and being selfish. We always do consider ourselves, but we never consider for others' well-being. So, Buddha did turn 3 times teaching. The first one is the teaching for the Hinayana. Hinayana practice based on self-liberation. Like, let's say myself, I feel disgusting this world, so-called. There are so many disturbances, so many negativities outside there, which make myself restless, unhappy, and so I feel bad with them, so that I really want to run away from these so-called negativities and the disturbances. So you apply practice, open yourself, and you do meditation, you run away from your family, from the society, and you run to the cave and the forest and the mountains, and then there you do meditation. But for the sake of yourself, not for others. So this is a very much teaching of the Hinayana, which is very good. It's a good starting for us, because Buddha turned the wheel of Dhamma in Varanasi. The first his teaching is very much based on the Hinayana. It's a good lesson for us. We can't really cultivate such a powerful mental attitude we call bodhicitta. The bodhicitta is something very valuable practice. From there, you must know that you should forgive, or you should forget yourself. And that everything you do physically, everything you say verbally, or everything you think mentally are all for the benefiting of sentient beings. So it's not something like a bodhicitta practice, it's something like you chant prayer, or fold your hands like that, and then open your big eye, or say that, oh, I will help you, I will help them. So simple to say it, but it's so difficult to apply it. So therefore, training of your mind from the good starting in the sense of like calming your mind. Let's say day-to-day life, you chant prayer, recite mantras, and visit temples and the stupas, and visit holy places around. In the Sikkim, there are so many holy places. So each and every place has so much power of a blessing there, and you do visit there. But at the same time, physically being at the places of, like Guru Rinpoche, the Avalokiteshwaras, and Bodhigaya, or anywhere, is so-called holy places. Holy in the sense, in Tibetan is called, holy means chok. Chok means supreme. Supreme in the sense that someone started his or her practice with the study, contemplation, meditation, and then you have it completed. Then you are qualified to benefit yourself, and you are qualified to benefit others. There you call he or she is a bodhisattva. Bodhisattva does not have a particular identity at all. Bodhisattva in the sense of like day and night, weeks, months, and years, never giving up any activities for benefiting sentient beings. When we say sentient beings, it's too big. You can't really think of all sentient beings. We tend to say maybe, oh, I'm doing this practice for sentient beings, I'm just reciting a mantra for sentient beings, which is really not true. Because you can't think, especially a person whom you don't like, you will never include this person in your prayer. So, in the sense of become a perfect or excellent bodhisattva, then you have to demolish or extinguish such a powerful flame of ego and anger, jealousy. So this is so powerful, the underlying, we are unable to see this easily, right? So therefore, practice should start from the very simple way. Let's say, who am I? So maybe you say, I'm practitioner, or I'm Buddhist bodhisattva, or I'm Buddhist. When you think, or when you claim that you are bodhisattva, or you are a Buddhist, then based on what characteristic you think of? You physically should have something particular attitude. Verbally, you say something a different way. And mentally, you always think something different. So that characteristic defined by yourself, nobody can recognize you as a bodhisattva or you as the Buddhist. So what I'm trying to say tonight here is that we learn so many things from the different spiritual friends, the different spiritual masters. You learn all kinds of things, and you know them all, and you are very familiar with those teachings. But our problem is application, or adopt those precious teachings in our hearts. So meditation is the only way that can get through all this unwanted situation of suffering and the pain and the miseries and so on and so forth. So therefore, meditation. Meditation is English term. I don't know how far this can describe the practice of the mind training. But meditation is a very common words. I'm sure it's very common words. Everybody uses it. Meditation, or calming mind, or recognition of awareness, or development of awareness. But in Tibetan, we use this particular term, gom. Gom sakta ganaro goma gom. Gom is meditation. What does gom mean? Is training your mind. Training your mind, you are unable to do this in a day, or in a week, or in a month, or in a year. You have to take the course of meditation, regardless whether you are alone at home, or you are dealing with all the situations, or you are being among the friends and the people and the crowd everywhere, but you have to bring the meditation along with you, everywhere you go, everywhere you live. So, which means watching your mind and catching yourself. Meditation helps you to catch yourself. This is a very powerful word in Tibetan. Rangno Chong, which means catch yourself. We lost somewhere. We can't find myself. Like myself, I can't find myself. And I know my name, and I know my identity, but I can't find my true identity. So meditation helps you to recognize or to discover your true nature of mind. So once you are able to catch your mind, the true nature for your mind, then there we call you are safe. Now we are unsafe. You go there, get teaching. You go here, get teaching. You go temple, make prayers, say prayers, but you are still unsafe. Because this powerful underlying, the negative emotion, is always with you. We call ignorance. In Tibetan, it's called ma rikpa. Ma means negating. Rikpa is a recognition. So that means you are failed to recognize your true nature of your mind. Meditation does not mean you just sit there formally and shut your eye and think nothing. This is not meditation. Meditation in the sense of you always watch your true nature of mind, full of luminosity, full of clarity. If you are able to establish such understanding or realization, then you are very safe. From there, then each and every practice you apply, there is no obstacle that you can proceed successfully and also very swiftly. So we do meditation, okay? So meditation in the sense Number one, we must know, what am I going to meditate? So you have to know, right? Am I just to calm my mind, or rest my mind, or think nothing, or consider nothing, or imagine nothing, visualize nothing? No. Meditation in the sense of like finding the true nature of your mind. Because your true nature of mind is with you always, but lost somewhere because of this powerful, the destructive, the mental attitude. We cling onto the objects. We always believe the enemy is somewhere else, and someone is harming me, or someone is really disturbing me. And you always believe that disturbances are outside there somewhere. You never think disturbances are within your mind. So Buddha says, disturbances and the harmfulnesses are always within your mind. So all his teachings are based on that, how to find them, how to catch them. We never lay blame or anything else. We must lay blame on ourselves. Something is gone really wrong in a way of the life that spiritually you are seeking blessings, spiritually you are seeking some helps and the protections. But Buddha says protection is within yourself. You can find it from yourself. There is no way else. What Buddha can help us is how to find the protection, how to work with these negative emotions, and how to work with our negative mental attitude. So this is what we call teaching. We call Che. Che means changing, examining. So we have to examine our mental attitude, right? Correct? Otherwise you read all kinds of spiritual texts or powerful mantras, and you keep all images of like great beings, realized beings, Guru Rinpoche, Buddha Shakyamuni, Avalokiteshvara. They are they are enlightened, and blessings always there. But we are the one who don't perceive the blessings because there are big, the obstacles, so that block and make a disconnect myself and the Guru Rinpoche. And we pray Guru Rinpoche, right? And we recite Om Amma Barsa Guru Pema Siddhi Hung. We recite Om Tare Tu Soha. On our recite Om Mani Peme Hung. Hundreds and thousands, millions numbers you recite, but we rarely feel the blessings, right? Because why? Something is lacking, right? What is lacking? The lacking of the preparation. So therefore, in the teachings of Vajrayana, they always convince you, start your practice from the preliminary practices. Do prostration, visualize Buddha. When you think of, when you see images of Avalokiteshvara, then immediately you have to think about compassion. Because Avalokiteshvara is the form of compassion, loving kindness. Bodhicitta in the Sanskrit, altruism. Someone who forgets himself and always think of others. Day and night, continuously, unceasingly thinking or considering for others. So this is the form of Avalokiteshvara. Whether it's 1,000 arms and eyes or 4 arms chairs, it doesn't matter. There are all kinds of aspects you can see. The peaceful manner, wrathful manner, semi-wrathful manner, all kinds of deities, protectors you can see, but until you realize all of them are form of something, wisdom, form of compassion, form of loving kindness, form of realization, form of ultimate truth. Until you catch these mean, there's no blessing. This is very important for us, especially the Vajrayana practitioners. Very important. We always look outside, somewhere, blessings from somewhere, blessings from our Avalokiteshvara's image, blessings from the Guru Rinpoche's image, and we tend to go there, spend so much money from place to place, right? Maybe east to the west, west to the north. You keep traveling around saying that I'm seeking blessings of the Guru Rinpoche, but did you? Not yet. Not yet. Then eventually you feel tired. Seeing Avalokiteshvara become tired, exhausting, and seeing Guru Rinpoche's image, saying that, oh, I can see Guru Rinpoche's image everywhere in Sikkim. So I'm tired of this because no blessings, right? So the whose fault and the mistake is not Guru Rinpoche's mistake or Avalokiteshvara's mistake. It's your own mistake. Your conception is something wrong. It's gone to wrong. So therefore, teachings of a Buddha started saying that make yourself a better person. Make yourself understanding the real Dharma is where, and how to apply real Dharma is. You are your own spiritual master. If you think Guru Rinpoche is your spiritual master, no, never. Is Avalokiteshvara your spiritual master? Buddha says, no. And then Buddha himself, is he our spiritual master? No, I'm not. He said, I'm not. I'm not your teacher. I'm not your master. I'm just showing you the way of Dharma. I'm just giving you doctrines, teachings, how to apply Dharma, how to make yourself a better person, how to make yourself a good practitioner, and how to go. He's showing us the way and the path. There are so many paths, right? So he is guiding us towards the right path and the right way. Because you met up wrong spiritual master, he or she will show you wrong path. You believe him or her too much because you have no experience, no wisdom, no understanding, no realization. You have no choice other than relying on this particular person. You have never read the teachings of the Buddha, right? So our expectation is too high, but our practice is too low. So it's really doesn't really match, right? So let's say you go to temple, light up lamps, and make offering. Let's say maybe 1,000 rupees. Say that, please, I have something important to work today or tomorrow. Can you help us? Okay. Maybe you met up a wrong person. Say that, oh, I will help you. But tomorrow, you become very unsuccessful. Then you will lay blame on him or blame on something, right? So all these complications arise or arose from the wrong perception and the wrong motivation and the wrong practice. So therefore, what I'm trying to say tonight here is, or to deliver the message, the true message of a Buddha is, please, if you really want to become a good practitioner, or if you really wish to become a good practitioner, then always train your mind and watch your mind, meditate, look at your mind, work with or deal with this so-called negative attitude or negative mental attitude or whatever you call. We cannot directly combat this powerful so-called ignorance, but we have to deal with them. The dealing with the negativities are the safest way of the practice. So each and every time when thoughts arise. So that's why I'm delivering this true message to you. So as a practitioner, day-to-day life, from morning to the evening, maybe you chant prayers or recite mantra or supplicate to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. At the same time, must not forget the true practice and how to deal with the situation. For example, when anger arises, and then be ready to catch it. Until now, all kinds of emotion arise, and you let it arise, and you follow it. Then these powerful negative emotions lead you to further wandering in this secular existence. In Sanskrit, it's called samsara, right? In English, maybe you call this a secular existence. You are wandering in this samsara, unknowingly and out of control. Nobody wants to be suffered at all. But then, because of this powerful negative emotion, or we call this the disturbing emotion, it's really not really correct English, but these days they use like that, disturbing emotion, but it's a so-called ignorance. Tibetan is called marikpa. So as long as this powerful marikpa you keep within, then there's no liberation at all. Liberation comes from true realization. True realization arises through training of your mind. True training of your mind based on everyday life. Nothing special. You don't have to run from your family, say that, okay, bye-bye, I'm going to Himalaya mountain. Deep into the mountain. And I'm not going to see my family maybe 3 years or 4 years. Okay, I'm going to hide there. This will not work for you because it's too much for you. And you can't hide in the deep mountain of the Himalayas. I'm sure you will come back in 1 week time. Say that I can't take it anymore. Too cold over there, and food is so-so, shelter is so-so, snowing, raining. So I'm sure you can't take it. Better be at home. Be with your family, at the same time apply Buddha Dharma. That's the most safest, good for you and good for your family members. I'm sure they are very happy to see you every day. And plus, they are more happy because you are doing something else. They think that, oh, my husband or my wife or my children, she or he is doing meditation in the morning, which means my husband is becoming a very good practitioner, or my wife is becoming a very good practitioner, or my son is becoming a very good practitioner, or my daughter is becoming a very good practitioner. She or he will have us in the future spiritually make a good life and a pleasant life and a happy life. We have enough money, we have enough lands, we have enough property, yet we are always going through difficulties, miseries, problems, so you always argue each other for small, tiny matters. You are unable to tolerate it, right? And burst your anger and all this. So that by spiritual practice, you are very happy, relaxed, and are happy, understand each other, tolerate each other. You could make a big issue as a small issue. Big argument, you can bring big argument as a small matter of argument. Your family life become much more peaceful, joyful. This is a part of activity of the spiritual practice and the meditation. So therefore, you don't have to run away. What I'm trying to say here is, don't run away from your society, don't run away from your family, please. Never. Stay with them. At the same time, do practice. You will help yourself, and I'm sure you can help your family members. Eventually, you can help surrounding your friends, neighbors, right? At large, you can help sentient beings. So therefore, be with the family, be with the relatives, be with the friends. At the same time, don't forget what practice is supposed to be done at the same time. So this is the safest. So meditation, in the sense, you can do morning when you get up. Let's say best time is at 3 o'clock, but I'm sure you can't. And you will hate it if I say that. And you will blame me, say that this guy is too much. And I hope I will never see him again. The who says, get up early morning, 3 o'clock. Unthinkable, right? But it's the best time, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. By late 6, 7, then your mind become very destructive. So then the family talk too much, and then you can see all kinds of things, then your mind become restless. Then once your mind become restless, there's no meditation at all. And you can't meditate from there. As a beginner, you have no power or potential to accept such disturbances. Once you become a professional of a meditator, if you become a professional meditator, then doesn't matter, regardless where you are in the cave or mountain, or you are in the crowd, or in the town, in the city, noise, all kinds of noise, they will never disturb you, because your mind become very still, calm, and you reach to the level of most safest stage of the mind. So in the meditation, you must know what is the purpose of meditation. It's not just for calming your mind at all. It's not just your calming your anger and jealousy or pride, all these so-called disturbing emotions. Because calming your mind is very temporary. Very temporary. Let's say you can calm your mind 3 minutes, 1 hour maximum. But after 1 hour, you become same. You're going back to your own negative habitual tendencies. So for long run, so make a short session, 4 minutes to 10 minutes each session. Then you can do anything you like. But then after that, you repeat it again. Repeat it, but short session. So if you carry this day-to-day life, within 1 year, there is a guarantee that you will see the benefit of meditation, really. So continuity of your practice is very important, rather than too excited to say that, oh, there is a meditation course, I must attend. Okay, you attend, maybe 1 week, 1 month, you feel very much joyful. But after this so-called the seminar, you go back to home, same. Always same. So therefore, the course, seminar, or some program of the meditation will not help you ultimately. It helps you temporarily. You experience the benefit of meditation just for a short period of time. Let's say 1 week, 1 month, you feel joy, satisfaction, right? But after that, you are over same. But now my point is continuity of your meditation. Especially the time when you get the disturbances. Someone insult you, someone accuse you, someone make you unhappy. Any circumstances, good or bad, right? Both, good and bad, all circumstances, you must bring them into your practice. So this is meditation. Please be aware of this, okay? Meditation does not mean you just sit and stay quietly, do nothing. This is not meditation. Meditation is something you are dealing with all kinds of circumstances. Good circumstances, bad, pleasant, unpleasant. There are all kinds of situations. If you accept them equally, then you are free from all these disturbances. You cannot run away from the situation, right? You cannot. Even you run from the so-called disturbances. Maybe you are in the mountain, but your thoughts are always there. Negative thoughts, negative emotions are always within you. So you are not liberated. You are not safe as yet. So my point here is continue. Continue in the sense, short session. Do 10 minutes meditation every day, morning, afternoon, evening, whenever, especially when you are unhappy or something that really going through difficulties, then you meditate, rather than seeking some comfort or some peace from outside, which is not going to help you, but must look for the inner peace cultivated or discovered by meditation, watching your mind and calm your thoughts. This is a very powerful meditation. It helps you do it for 1 week or 1 month. I'm sure it will help you, and you will gain some experience and how powerful and how the blessed such meditation. So we do meditation for a few minutes, okay, here? So which is the most important, rather than keep on making chit-chat here. So it's not going to help you. So because after 1 hour you will go back, then maybe you review what did this guy said, you forgot. If we do meditation, and there's something you can find the sense of some teachings of the Dharma, how practical in our daily life. So we meditate for a few minutes. When you meditate, just watch your mind. If thoughts arise, let arise it. Doesn't matter. Meditation is not for combating or stop forcefully thoughts. You cannot stop thoughts by force at all. Rather than stopping the thoughts, we accept the thoughts. At the same time, watch the very nature of the thoughts. Very nature of thought is the inseparability of the luminosity and clarity. The mind of a clarity, mind of a luminosity is always within our mind, regardless whether thoughts are there or you become thoughtless. Right? So thoughts are just the display of the true nature of mind. We must enjoy with the thoughts in the sense of recognition of the true nature of the thought itself. We are not dealing with the thoughts. We are dealing with the very nature of the thoughts. So this is a key point in the meditation course. Always, always. Just dealing with the thought itself doesn't work, doesn't make any sense. Rather than that, we must watch the nature of the thoughts, the natural characteristic of the thought. It's inseparable from the mind of luminosity and the clarity. Clarity and the luminosity is the ultimate mental characteristic which be able to discover it by great meditators. You are all great meditators if you apply meditation in everyday life. There's no someone said that, oh, he or she is a great master or great meditator. Yourself, myself, if we engage our mind and a mental attitude, then we are all great meditator. Great meditator does not mean is a title. Okay, it's not title. Please don't misunderstand. It's not title. It's not certificate that you are carrying, say that I'm great master or I'm a great meditator. Milarepa does not have any certificate. No. Marpa never given him any certificate or title. Milarepa says, I'm a very simple person who is begging food and meditating in the cave. Now, I realize the true nature of mind because of the blessings of the Marpa and the Bajadara. Now I am safe, I'm free. So I can engage any activities because these activities will never disturb me, obscure me, defile my mind. Until I met Marpa, great Lotsawa Marpa, my mind is full of defilements because my mind is not enlightened as yet. Day and night, weeks, months, years, never given up hard work, diligence. Now I have reached the safest stage, which means I'm a great meditator. But he said, I'm not satisfied. I want all sentient beings become a great master and a great meditator. Until all the sentient beings' mind enlightened, I'm not relaxed totally. I'm still very much eager to benefit all beings and to become like myself. So see, the power of compassion is from the wisdom. We cannot separate wisdom and compassion. In order to cultivate or discover the ultimate compassion, one must adopt or realize the wisdom. If you have enough the power of wisdom, it leads or it brings the compassion. Eventually, mingle these two or combined or become inseparability, compassion mind and wisdom mind. If you are able to combine these two together, you are become a noble bodhisattva. There are two aspects. One is the ordinary bodhisattva, the other one is we call noble bodhisattva. Ordinary bodhisattva in the sense those who cultivate compassion, loving kindness, and do all activities of the bodhisattva is we consider as an ordinary bodhisattva, whereas noble bodhisattva is something different because his or her power of understanding or knowledge or meditation is very much based on inseparability of the compassion and wisdom, which we must do it. Because we are follower of the Buddha, we are follower of the Bodhisattva's paths. So therefore, must not think that, oh, this is something like Rinpoches or Lamas or the masters do. We as a lay people, we do simple practice, visit temples, stupas, light lamps, some say simple prayers. No. If you think this, and the Milarepa says, you are demolishing your value. Your value is my value. Why? Because I have seen all sentient beings have this potential, ultimate potential, that you can become a Buddha, perfect Buddha. Your mind can be enlightened. Right? So therefore, there's no differences between among all kinds of practitioners, Rinpoches or Lamas or Sanghas or retreat masters or Khenpos or ordinary people. We are all emotionally bound, right? Mentally bound. And the power of a potential, the Buddha nature, is equal. There's no partiality between among all of us. So we are equally same, right? We have a full right. We have a full fundamental and a true fundamental. Fundamentally, we are all same. There is no gap. There is no different differentiation between. So therefore, what I'm trying to say is, as a Milarepa and those great masters says, that all sentient beings can be enlightened as soon as possible, so we must not delay our practice, okay? It's nothing to do with the Buddhism. I'm not talking about religion. It's nothing to do with the religion. Whether you are Buddhist or Christian or Hinduist or any other religions, the religion is just a path. It's a something method. It's not real spiritual practice. I always say, religion is not important. What is important? Wisdom. Wisdom is the most important. If you have a good or enough or powerful wisdom, then you will make religion a better method to boost, to develop your spiritual practice. If you are lacking the wisdom or compassion, then no matter how much put your effort into the practice, the development is not there. This we must know and must keep in mind, okay? So therefore religion is not important. Must not say, I am Buddhist, I'm a follower of a Buddha, but you did nothing, right? You did nothing. You just put the image of a Buddha at your altar, right? So that this is a Buddha, I'm his follower. But what did you do? Did you listen his talk? Did you listen his teaching? No, I didn't, right? So religion is nothing. Religion is just something that you put, like images of the, Buddhas or whatever you put there, and then say prayer. So that's it. But for me, spiritual practice is far beyond the religion, far beyond in the sense that with the wisdom, and you can bring our religion into the practice. So the religion helps you to develop your, enlightened mind. Okay, so we meditate, and when thoughts arise, please let arise it. Don't stop it. But at the same time, catch the essence of the thought, essence of the mind. When you discover the essence of the thought, this is the reality of your mind, ultimate of your mind. All the power of a spiritual realization arises from that characteristic of the mind, okay? So nothing else. Never think of a Buddha or something that will give us a blessing or power. They cannot guarantee. Buddha himself says that I cannot help you, but my teaching is going to help you. Even I stay with you day and night, I can't help you. If you listen my speech, my doctrine, that's the only way can benefit yourself and others. So we meditate. And when we meditate, I will say some few words, but you don't have to disturb your meditation at all. Just continue your, the meditation. You cannot see what is mind. Mind is far beyond any characteristics. Cannot explain what is mind. Through the experiencing deep clarity of the mind is shining. Virtuous thoughts are equally arise from this so-called deep clarity mind. Thoughts arise
It's interdependently arising, not solidly or inherently. Thoughts never exist inherently or solidly. It's just there as a interdependently. Thoughts never disturb you. The disturbance is there because you are grasping the thoughts onto the thoughts solidly. By misbelief, thoughts are truly there. You contaminated your mind by misbelieving thoughts solidly there, then you make a big gap between thoughts and when you look at objects or when you listen sounds, regardless pleasant sound or unpleasant sound or beautiful or ugly object, you are differentiating the level of the thoughts. This is a pleasant sound and this is an unpleasant sound. By differentiating between all different characteristics of the object, you are making the further wandering. This is samsara. So any object, any sound, any smell, any texture that you feel or experience, just let it be. In the sense of catching the essence of the object, of form, sound, smell, taste, and texture. Because these are just a reflection of your true nature of mind. None of them truly or inherently existed somewhere else. Therefore, Buddha says, you are your own master, in the sense, if you are able to handle or engage such situation carefully or skillfully, then all this just enjoy the thoughts. Let it arise or let it arise or let them arise. When they arise, make sure that you are able to catch the essence of them. Mind's capacity is so vast and wide and deep. If you be aware of this, you will enjoy with the thoughts rather than feel disgusting or feeling disturbances. Because you are able to catch yourself. Thoughts and emotions controlled well by meditation. Bodhisattva Jaya Avatara. Ignorance, wild thoughts are not powerful at all. You are making them powerful by misconception, misbelief, misengagement. Or rather, I can say wrong engagement and wrong perceived, and you are a wrong perceiver. So, wrong perceived or perceived wrongly. If you are able to catch your basic true nature, then these underlying ignorance and dualistic mental attitude become weak and powerless. So never think thoughts are disturbing me. Never. Thoughts never disturbed you. Disturbed you by believing thoughts solidly arises and inherently existed. You failed to recognize thoughts are inseparability of your own basic true nature of mind. If you are able to see the reality of the dualistic mental attitude, then this dualistic mental attitude dissolve into your true basic mind. Milarepa says, my meditation is free from shape, color, formation, consciousness. All characteristics are nothing to do with my meditation. Why? My meditation is a very simple, straightforward, open to all circumstances. So it's free from religion, free from prayer, free from supplication, and free from dedication. If you are able to catch that sort of fundamental your meditation, refuge, bodhicitta, dedication, supplication are all completed. Okay, should be enough. Too long, you may feel bored. So carry this meditation in everyday life, okay? So this is my tip of advice. Advice from my experience and from my learning and from my understanding. because we met here tonight, and you expect me to say something, right? And then you go back to home, and you can reflect, what did I say? Then you can share this with your family or friends, something that you can benefit them. It's a short, simple, but benefit is huge and a massive. Massively you can help them, okay? So as I said, session should be short, but repeated. Morning, afternoon, evening. Please don't sleep after lunch. Do meditation. They say napping is good for health, but sometimes it's not good for health, because my experience is good if you refresh yourself and go up to the roof and meditate with the fresh air or something, right? And you look at mountains, valley, and then refresh your mind and meditate. You will enjoy. It's far better than the short nap. You say short nap, but your nap sometimes become 2 hours or 3 hours, right? This is not nap. This is what we call laziness. So therefore, refresh yourself, awakening your mind. Buddha in Sanskrit means awakening mind. Buddha in Sanskrit, which means awaken your mind. So we have to awake. We have to wake your mind in the sense of understanding. Refresh yourself. Think that our life is very short, right? Very short, very uncertain. Our life, death is very uncertain. So we never know. There's no guarantee. Sometimes we think the heart attack or high blood pressure. No, even the healthiest person disappear any moment. Yes, it's from my experience. So therefore, life is very valuable, precious. If you make it precious, if you don't make them precious, life is not precious. Full of sorrow, full of suffering, full of miseries. So making good life, best life, life of a family, friends, yourself, individual, spiritual is the best way. Combine with then your normal activities. You can still do business or family work or anything you can do. Does not mean that spiritual practice. It means, oh, you should give up everything and then solitude, go to the solitude and do meditation. No, it's the wrong idea. You can still do business, you can still carry on your daily life along with the spiritual practice. With the understanding, with the wisdom, you feel much more relaxed. Disturbances, obstacles come and go. It's just like a cloud and a rainbow. It comes, it goes. Don't take them seriously, please. When you have an argument between family, friends, or your neighbor, don't take them serious. It hurts you. Hurts your peace of mind, hurts your spiritual mind, spiritual life, and your happy life. Any circumstances come and go. If you accept them as it is, then your mind becomes much more relaxed. Then you are free from disturbances. I'm sure. Please take it. It's nothing to do with religion, okay? It's not teaching from the Buddha only. It's a practical discussion, right? It's a practical discussion, practical idea, and the practical knowledge. Blessing of the Guru Rinpoche, blessing of all great masters are with you unceasingly until you're fully enlightened. And the enlightenment is very near around then. It's not really far, say that, oh, we are a very lay person, lay people, we are full of, the business and full of problems. And so you think that then discouraging yourself, which is not really good. You have to encourage yourself that I can do, because Buddha says you can become Buddha. You can enlighten your mind as I did. There's no gap between us. So Buddha says, I convince you, do. So soon you will become Buddha, okay? It's not just only theoretical, entertainment, but it's a reality. Thank you so much. I think it's more than 1 hour. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry that because of the language barrier, my English is not so good, but I'm quite sure that I really didn't make a mistake in my speech. So this will help you. Thank you so much. My best wishes always with you, sincerely and truly.
Process of how I reached to that question. So this question came to me when during the pandemic. We are all born to our family. Once we are born to our family, we get the name, title, caste. But then, like for a moment, if we think, if we remove all those titles and then we ask like who we are, and the next question that comes up like, what is the purpose of my existence? So, unless and until a person does not seek the answer for one's own existence, then it becomes quite difficult to pursue things in life. So my question is, how do we develop the conscience of seeking one's own existence? Because once if I am able to understand that, I will be able to practice meditation. Just like you said, there needs to be an objective. So if I just say I want to calm my mind, but then I don't know the vision as to why I am calming my mind, then it makes no use for me. So how do I see the purpose of my existence? Thank you.
I think my answer is given already to your question. Because as I said, the wisdom is needed, right? And then you need a good start point for your practice. So first we rely on the spiritual master and they're giving us the instructions why I have to practice and who am I and what I should apply, the practices, and then what's the benefit of all these things. So for me, I think it's quite simple. It's not really something, if you think theoretically or philosophically, then there are so many complications. But what I taught tonight is a very simple, straight, and open talk. So therefore, through the experiences, let's say the good experience, bad experience, painful, joyful, or if you accept them as a practice, then I think you are. I think then you are already at the stage of the understanding or the purpose of the why I have to calm my mind and why I have to meditate. So Buddhism teaching from the Buddha is very simple. So firstly, they analyze how precious human life, right? This is very important. And what differences between the ordinary life and my life? Because my mind is open, awakened mind, and I know how valuable the practice is, and then the practice in the sense of that not only benefiting myself, but I'm also benefiting all sentient beings. So therefore, use my life something the best way of the benefiting the sentient beings. So physically ill, mentally disturbed, and someone insulted you, all kinds of the circumstances come to you. If you apply them as it is, and if you apply them as a spiritual path, then your mind is already calm. Your mind is already calm. And it is to consider as a part of meditation also. You don't have to think all details of the purpose of each and everything. Then you will never be able to end the question. Then question leads question, another question, and the question leads another question. So ended up, you are in the circle of questions. Then, am I right? Or still not satisfied with my answer to your question? Not satisfied. Satisfied. Thank you so much. so kind. Sometimes you read Bodhisattva Jaya Avatara. Okay, I convince you. This is from the Shantideva teaching. 10, Bodhisattva Jaya Avatara. The 3rd chapter, 4th chapter, 5th chapter, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 8th chapter, and 9th chapter. These 5 chapters, I'm sure that this will give you a full answer to your question, more information, and a more logical answer to your question, okay? You must read it, okay? Must read it, please. Promise me? Thank you. It's available in English, okay? And any questions? Yes, please go ahead.
And may long live Rinpoche, so that we learn much such precious advice. I have 2 questions. My question is, how can bodhicitta help to cut the root of high poison? And another is, what is difference between ultimate bodhicitta and emptiness? Thank you. To cut the root of high poison.
5 poisons. Okay. Okay.
Another question is, what is difference?
That I understand. Okay. So first, when you say how can cut the root of 5 poisons by application of a bodhicitta, right? Okay. There are 2, as you said, there are 2 aspects of bodhicitta. One is relative bodhicitta, and the other one is the ultimate bodhicitta. Relative bodhicitta is not going to cut the root of 5 poisons at all. Okay? Why? Because it's a relative bodhicitta, which means a simple practice, like developing or cultivating loving kindness and compassion, and etc., and all these things. But the cutting the root of uprooting the samsara, which is ignorance. Ignorance is the foundation. 5 poisons arise from the ignorance. So this can be cut. This can be cutting through the application of the ultimate bodhicitta. So I think the answer is already to your second question, because you're asking, your second question is what is the difference between ultimate bodhicitta and emptiness. It's the same. Emptiness is a commonly using term of the reality of the phenomena. Ultimate bodhicitta is something based on the process of the path of the bodhisattvas. When they apply or engage the practices, then we use different terms: relative bodhicitta, ultimate bodhicitta, and within the ultimate bodhicitta there is the gross bodhicitta, or ultimate bodhicitta, and the subtle ultimate bodhicitta, etc. So therefore, it's basically same. But when they explain philosophically, and then it goes a different way, so which unnecessary for tonight's discussion. And next, yes, please go ahead. Yeah,
I want to start by saying I'm a very happy person. So the word meditation always confuses me, because I don't think you need one to calm your mind. So whenever there's a situation that arises, like I can calm my mind and tell myself it's nothing serious. So you're asking us to meditate. So I'm still confused, because I do a lot of research. Sometimes I just sit down and read, and there's no scientific evidence that meditation calms you down. So I'm still very confused.
Okay, thank you for your question. Now, my answer to your question. Well, meditation is not only for the happy life, because you are happy, but your happiness is temporary. Okay? So I'm sure you have a problem sometimes. Okay? So therefore, meditation is helping you ultimately to liberate from the dualistic mental attitude. When you are in the sense of, or in the state of happiness, unhappiness, do you have this duality?
Not really. I take life as it comes, so it's nothing
When you
serious
are,
that's
okay,
happening around
okay,
me.
then my question to make clear it, when you are sick, then do you seek a doctor's help?
I've been lucky. I haven't been sick, so I
Never
really,
sick?
Yeah. So maybe
Okay, so you are
I've
never,
really experienced.
okay,
yeah.
so you have never hungry or thirsty, right? No, right? No.
No.
Oh. Okay, then you are Buddha. I'm happy. Touch wood, touch wood. Thank you. So maybe everybody can become like you. So very good. Okay, I will do my best and become like yourself also. Thank you.
No, it's nothing.
Yes, very happy to hear that. But you still need meditation, I'm sure. You still need your meditation, okay? Because the life circling, right? So we are still wondering
Maybe
this
when
is...
time comes, maybe I'll realize I need it.
Okay, take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
I'm happy to hear that because you are very happy life and you have no problem with all these kind of things, right? So, very happy. Very first time I hear from someone like that. So, I really...
So yeah, I'm just contradicting.
Yeah, very good. It's not contradiction. It's not contradiction.
Yeah,
It's not contradiction.
because I don't understand.
Okay.
Because you can calm your mind.
Okay, take your time and read more, the teachings of the Shantideva. Then from there, maybe you will become much more happier than this time. Okay?
Thank you.
Then try to reach the happiest stage. I'm sure you are not happiest stage as yet now. You are just happy.
Yeah.
But become happiest person ever. So this, you need meditation, I'm sure. Okay?
Yeah.
All the best.
Thank you.
Okay. Be happy always. And next, this.
Guru is the source of everything wholesome. I go for refuge to the Guru. I'm Rinpoche Gatsubutia, a master student of Tibetan and Buddhism studies from Namgyal Institute of Tibetology. So my question to you is, Rinpoche, you so kindly emphasized about the actual teaching of Buddha. So Buddhism actually has two aspects of it, right? One being the philosophical aspect and other being the cultural aspect related to it.
No, I don't think so. Where did you learn this?
No, what I meant was Buddhism is...
No aspect. No. This is nothing to do. The philosophy is nothing to do with the Buddhism, and the culture is nothing to do with the Buddhism. Buddhism is... Yeah. Okay, carry on.
So my question was actually on this similar line. So actually in our society what we have done is we have emphasized more on the cultural aspect of it and rather than the actual philosophical aspect of it. So any advice on how can we give more importance to what the philosophical aspect, that is the actual teaching of Buddha, rather than just keeping rather than putting so much emphasis on the cultural aspect and then going more towards the actual philosophical aspect.
Okay, you made very good point. Thank you. Culture in the sense like performing the pujas and doing prostrations and then visiting holy places and so on and so forth. And culturally we are considering very important rather than the practice. So, but we still need culture. So, but we must understand that culture or philosophy or theoretical understanding all are just a part of our practice. So therefore, Tibetan culture helps to develop our spiritual practice also. Philosophically, it helps to develop our practice, spiritual life. So therefore, make sure that the culture is spiritual life. If you think this way, it's wrong. Culture is not spiritual life. But for the spiritual development, culture is needed. Okay? And the philosophy is nothing to do with the spiritual practice. But to develop spiritual practice, philosophy is needed. So therefore, it's very much depends on the individual, how you handle and engage with these things. So therefore, it's not contradict to each other, unless you really make the culture important, spiritual practice is non-important, and then so on and so forth. So then this is a mistake. But actually, these three are all connected to each other if you carefully engage them. Okay? Am I right? Okay. Thank you.
you have a very great command on English, and kudos to that. So I want to keep my question very simple.
Okay.
So I think it's also a follow-up of his question, and which was answered really well. So what I do not understand is it necessary to subscribe to Buddhist cosmology in order to attain our dharma? To rephrase it, is it important to believe in Avalokiteshvara, or so-called the three jewels, or the four noble paths? Is it important that we believe in any of these to attain dharma?
Okay, got it. Thank you for your question. Is it finished? It depends. It depends in the sense, as a beginner, it's very important to believe Four Noble Truths. It's very important to believe Avalokiteshvara and the Buddha, so on and so forth. But once you reach to the level of true understanding, let's say like just now the gentleman says, the true, ultimate bodhicitta or emptiness, if you realized it, then these are not important. Because of these Four Noble Truths and the recitation of a mantra of Avalokiteshvara or Guru Rinpoche, whatever, these are just a path to reach to that level. Once you are at that level, then these are just temporary means which are no longer you needed. So depends the circumstances. Okay? And last question, or what? Second last. Okay.
Good evening, Rinpoche. Tashidide Kuzan. Rinpoche, my question is, from my personal experience, I have benefited from meditation, but find it extremely difficult to find continuity in my practice. So what is the easiest way to maintain such continuity? From my personal experience, I have benefited from meditation, but find it extremely difficult to find continuity in my practice. So what is the easiest way to maintain such continuity?
Okay. We must choose the difficult path, difficult practice. Never choose easiest way of a practice. Then you become more lazy. Yes, true. As a degenerating the time, everybody become very lazy. Okay? So they are looking for, okay, I'm busy, I have no time. Can you give me a short, simple, straightforward teaching, which I can enlighten to tomorrow? I do practice today, tomorrow, may I enlighten? Then if you meet up wrong spiritual master, yes, if you pay me more, then you will become enlightened tomorrow. So make sure, never fooled by such things. So Buddha is gone through difficulties, miseries, hardships. Great masters in India, in Tibet, in Himalaya, all of them gone through difficulties, hardship. So if you say, or if I say, can I have an easiest way, it's unfair. It's really unfair. So therefore, our negative habitual tendency is so deep, so profound, not easy to diminishing them. So therefore, we have to go through difficulties. In the sense, difficult does not mean that you are forcing yourself, but joyfully you are accepting, because you understand, you experience how painful your life is in the hell realm, in the hunger realm, in the human realm, and animal realm, and the demigod realm, and god realms. All these, 6 realms, the painful suffering that we are wandering in this is samsara, right? So, giving some time, your hard work into the practice, in short life, you make a tremendous benefit. So therefore, choose the hardest practice rather than easiest method. Okay? Are you happy when I say this? You don't mind?
Rinpoche, but maintaining continuity is such a great task.
Yes.
That is very difficult.
We need it. We need it. Difficulty is needed. It's not easy to make it. That's why I'm saying it's difficult. It's
very difficult. For me, also difficult. I sit here and I say so many things. I'm still struggling in the problems. So, do you think, am I safe? No, I'm still unsafe. But I just share my knowledge, that's it. So therefore, as you are a listener, I'm a speaker, both of us put our effort into the hardship. Okay, continue.
Tujichi, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Tujichi Rinpoche.
Okay.
And thank you, all the attendees, for being a wonderful audience. I now request our sisters, Mrs. Sonam Choden, Mrs. Choden Denjongpa, and Mrs. Sonam Shenga, to present our humble token of gratitude to Kyabje Rinpoche.
Thank you so much for the presence here. And this offering I will give back to you. So, Dharma Sisters, yes, Dharma Sisters, please take this back. And you can continue this activity, which is very good. You can invite a great masters in the future, continuously to benefit all friends. And so I'm happy about that. So that's the best offering for me, if you are able to continue this, inviting great masters, right? And then request them to give spiritual advices from time to time, which is really needed. A reminder, this is called not teaching, this is called reminder. So reminding you what to do, what should not do. So keep repeating, keep reminding you is the best way. So therefore, please accept. And a blessing is teaching. Not just meeting each and every individuals and touch your hand or rub your shoulder. So this is not blessing. For me, it's not blessing. It's so the deepest connection make between is sharing the Dharma, teachings and the spiritual advices. And what I said is from the teachings of the Buddha and the great masters. I just repeat it. It's not my teaching at all. I don't like when someone said that, oh, he or she is giving teaching. It's not giving teaching. I'm just reminding you, and I'm just sharing the advices of the great masters. Maybe some of you may not be aware, so I just share you to remind you and request you carry on, which is going to help you on your family and this life and next life until fully enlightened. So therefore, if you will continue this practice, this is the tremendous blessing from the lineage, not from me. I don't have any blessing at all. In fact, maybe, let's say, my prayer, sincere prayer to all of you. This is, I consider, a great blessing. Thank you so much.